a sediment and erosion control symposium, which was attended by 74 people, and it was well received. I was looking at some of the comments from that erosion control symposium. Lots of great information that went out to everyone, and looks like it was extremely well received as well. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Any questions for the CAO on his report?
Just the obvious comment. Thanks so much for you're thanking all these people for what you did and the success of the day. It was very stressful for anyone in certain situations. Everybody here was graced under pressure and going with it. It was a lot of numbers to expect. I thought it was better than excellent. It was really great to be part of it. What a problem to have if it's even a problem to sort out. I mean, so I thought it was just really thanks to you. All of it was great. Our family loved it. We loved it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We just had the kiss of snow that day too, so put everybody in a very magical mood. So. Yes.
Yeah, weather cooperated, and I think that was due to two ladies that we have that were really focused on organizing the event, Carolyn Snyder and Creasy Alexander. So they were doing a lot of praying, which works out.
Good. Was really
excellent. Any other questions? All right, can I get a motion, please, to receive the CAO report? Thank you, Madam. Thank you, sir. And a vote, please. Thank you very much. All right, and 7.3 correspondence, Mr. CAO, please.
Great, thank you. There's really 2 points that I'll highlight, well, maybe 3. Christmas at Ken Reed donation, that's the third item of correspondence. Through Christmas at Ken Reed, we're collecting some goods. So we collected 239 pounds of food, which were then put forward to the local food source. So great that we're able to create a great experience and then also pass on some of the joy to people in need. So that was great. And then there's the final 2 pieces of correspondence were received from the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry. One was related to the cost apportioning agreement extension that we put forward to the ministry. So we did receive that. So that is active until March 31st of this year, and I believe that we'll be able to achieve that timeline, which is great. And the other is an extension of the minister's fee freeze for planning and permitting. So we won't be able to update those into next year. So it'll be the second year that the minister's freeze will be in place.
What was the thinking behind that freeze across all the conservation authorities?
There was no specific reasoning that was provided in the response or a couple of follow-ups that occurred after. So I can't really speak to that in terms of the information.
Wasn't the increase in fees important given the work that the CAs lost with municipalities? Wasn't it important that CAs raised their fees in areas? And isn't this kind of a drawback to?
Yeah, it was so one thing that we like to do is kind of keep pace. So we at a minimum like to at least look at inflation as part of our fee schedule. So we're losing on that now for 2 years. What was interesting was the fee freeze was put into place while we were doing natural heritage comments. We were not able to change it. So those comments are there, but it doesn't materially affect it. So between not having natural heritage comments and having our sort of the inability to collect on the increases, we're probably about at the same on that at this stage. So irrespective of looking at fees in a grander sense and seeing whether or not we're recovering. So to me, that's going to be a big piece that we have to look at. Hopefully the year after next, but the minister has discretion on limiting fees at that point as well, or even identifying standard fees. So we don't know where that's going to land per se, but at least at this point, I think we're still comfortable in that framework. I think the bigger piece that I'd be looking at in terms of fees would be the reduction in regulated area, which we understand is going to be coming. That'll have a much bigger impact.
You talk, so like the reduction regulated areas around wetlands and so on? Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to 30 feet from,
It is going from 120 meters to 30 meters around wetlands.
And it was always 30 to 120.
There was an option initially to look at 30 or 120. We decided to go with 120 just to provide a little bit more scrutiny for development applications in those areas. So it was always a decision. Some CAs went with 30, some went with 120.
Now, I know we spoke about this, but there won't be any need to rework any of the next year's budget.
That's right.
When it comes to the freezing of the fees.
Yep. Yeah, we'll work with the budget as we have it. We are seeing an increase in permit applications as it stands right now. So to me, the big wild card is what's going to happen with the regs. And we have some signaling of what the province was looking at. And so it's really the time frame that's attached to making sure that we're in compliance.
Excellent. Any other questions? All right, can I get a motion to receive the correspondence? Thank you, Madame. A seconder? Thank you, sir. And a vote, please. Thank you all. All right, moving on to the action items. 8.1, Madame Director, can you bring us through the fee schedule approval?
I certainly can. So as you will recall, in October of this year, we presented a fee schedule update for our stewardship, education, as well as our conservation areas programs to help recover some of the costs, some of the increasing costs that we're experiencing with the upkeep of our facilities, as well as staffing requirements and that sort of thing for education. We have posted it for a 30-day review for the community to make comment on, make any suggestions, comments that they felt they needed to. We've received none. In doing in having it available for comment, we also put a banner on our website so that as soon as you logged on to the website, it came up and said, hey, don't forget, we have some fee changes, take a look and make your comments. And nobody felt the need to make any comments. Good, bad, or otherwise. So following the board's direction as well, we did freeze the annual membership fees for seniors. So we still do have a seniors fee and we did not increase that as was suggested by the board. So thank you for that input. And we brought it forward for your consideration and for your approval now. And that would be implemented, I guess, January 1st, 2024.
Excellent. So I know we've all had a chance to review that. Any questions coming out of it? Nothing at all? Can I get a mover to accept the report on the updated fees? Thank you, Madame. A seconder, thank you, sir, and a vote. Thank you, everybody. That passes. All right, 8.2, the CA Act transition. Mr. CAO, please.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is an update of our CA Act transition activities. This is really a development of MOUs with municipalities. There was a requirement by the province to be in compliance by the end of the year. Of course, we did receive an extension, but irrespective of that, of course, wanted to move forward. So I've been at everyone's council, except for Durham, of course, because they're still in there. So what we do have is agreement from all the councils to sign the agreements and have them executed, which is great. And that is with City of Kawartha Lakes and Trent Lakes, as well as Cavan Monaghan. So Cavan Monaghan is almost complete. We just need one signature on that, and then we'll be done. And that'll happen today. We have Trent Lakes that's fully executed, which is great. And City of Kawartha Lakes, so my understanding is it's imminent signing on that end. So very, very soon. And we do have Durham Region, which is the outstanding municipality. So we did receive some comments actually last week from the municipality on that. And so just looking at some of the items that were are identified in there. I think a couple just need some clarity just to understand what exactly it is that that is being requested and how it flows from our existing state of business and just make sure that that the two pieces align. So I find some of the wording wasn't as clear as I'd like it in order to differentiate between different types of projects. So so we will have a meeting with them actually right as soon as we get back from Christmas holidays, and then they're planning to bring that forward to their council January 17th. So that's well underway, and that's again why I think the March 31st extension request will be something that we'll be able to achieve. So
Excellent.
so yeah.
Excellent. All right, any questions on the transition? Okay, I'd like to say, congratulations to yourself and the entire team for all of the hard work that's gone into this. I know that these things are never easy, going out and getting a variety of different groups to sign off on things, and going and pitching them. Hopefully Durham will wrap up. And I know there's some outstanding questions that we've discussed, so the language will get cleared up and we can get that signed off as well. So this is fantastic. Really excited that this will be done well before our extended deadline. So congratulations to the team. All right, can I get a mover and a seconder for the act transition, please? Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. All right, a vote, please. Thank you very much. All right, new business. Does anybody have any new business? No reports or updates from board members. We usually use this as a gossip session. So does anybody have any good gossip that they'd like to share coming into the holidays? No, nothing? Nothing at all? Nothing
I
exciting.
haven't seen the eliminated forest yet. I haven't, so I realized that last night and said I better get over there. So there's my little piece of, you better,
Until the end of the year, well, January 2nd.
oh, I gotta get out. Get out.
It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Great.
So just turn on by itself?
We did.
Right.
Right back.
It turns out.
The lights are on timers, so they're on for 8 hours and then they're off.
Which 8 hours?
The 8 hours that we set them for. So from 4 o'clock from 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Because we have to start at one end of the trail when we first start them and turn them all on. And then they go on a cycle. So they start turning on around 3:30 and then they.
So at a certain time of night, it's fairly ominous out there as it starts to get blacker and blacker. Good setting for a horror film.
We have those here too.
Gates locked.
Pardon me?
Are the gates locked? So you can go in late and do them.
Yeah, so we have it open from 5 o'clock at night until 9 o'clock at night. Those are the posted hours for it. Technically, the conservation area is closed at dusk. But we've opened it for the illuminated forest because you can get down there. It is quite well lit, Tracy, you've been, I mean. It's wise to bring a flashlight just to get in there, but once you're in there, it's pretty good. But then technically people should be out of here between 9 and 9:30 by the time they finish the trail.
Where is it from here? Where did it start? Like from here?
Oh, from here, it's best, well, depending on how much of a walk you want to get,
Drive down.
it would be better to drive.
Right.
Especially because
Oh,
it's
just keep going with your car till.
Yeah.
to the very end, there's a
Top
parking lot.
there, top end.
Keep to the right. I don't think you can go left, but without.
Yeah, we crossed it off.
Yeah, so keep to the right, you'll go past the rail trail, climb a bit of a hill, there's a parking lot at the top of it. And then the illuminated forest is on the left-hand side.
Right.
How long is the illuminated forest?
So the full trail from the archway, there and back, it's probably almost a kilometer long. It's about 400 meters one way. So, and you go out and then you turn around and come back. Yeah.
If you hit the lake, you've got to.
It's pretty well, it's pretty well lit and it's hard to get lost. Yeah, you really have to mean it to get lost.
It's beautiful. And honestly, I was in shock when we went through that and everything was done with batteries because we're like, hey, where's the generators, right? So tranquil, but yeah, I had a headlamp on, so.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Did you have a question or is that just a
That was
comment?
basically it, just well done.
Excellent. Yes, sir.
Good, Chair. So do you track, like, even though it's open, you can come and go anytime you want. Have you got anything in the way of knowing how many people are making use of it at what times of the day or?
Yeah, so when we first started it, we started on Christmas, following Christmas at Ken Reid. And for that first weekend, it was sort of, told the community, come on out, it's $4 for parking. And then for the first week, we had staff on site every evening, just to sort of get a sense as to what the response was gonna be, especially after the response from Christmas at Ken Reed. You know, we wanted to make sure that we had staff on site. It was pretty slow through the beginning of the week, sort of that, you know, Monday through to Thursday, you know, it was fairly slow. We'd get about 30 cars, 20 cars over the course of the 4 hours. Then, you know, Thursday night, Friday night started to pick up. Saturday night was crazy. Every Saturday night so far has been pretty wild. We've had well over, you know, 150 cars each time. So, yeah, so we've shrunk it down so that staff are on site for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then Sunday through for the rest of the week, it's basically the pay and display or pay through our app. We have a number of different ways that people can pay. And we are tracking the amount of money that's coming in order to get a better sense as to how many people are contributing to it. But it is slower during the beginning of the week.
And the heavy time of day would be like, say, 5 to 7 type of thing?
Yeah, so usually right around the 8 o'clock mark, everything even on the Saturdays, it starts to slow down and you start to see most people are not coming out at that point. And it's getting fairly cool at that time,
Yes.
right? We find that on Saturdays is far more families coming out versus the rest of the week, where you usually get couples or individuals or older families coming out. The kids are usually coming out on the Saturday right around the 5, 6, 7 o'clock mark.
I like your lights film idea, you know, we can get the bird of prey lady back.
There you go. There you go. Excellent. I like it. Another revenue source. We have that debate in town all the time. Any other questions, comments, concerns, happy news? All right. Can I get a person to move and second adjourning this meeting and wrapping up 2023 for us as a board? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And a vote. We are officially adjourned. Thank you for a very great and productive 2023. I've been very happy with all of the hard work, both we as a board and staff have all done an absolutely stellar job keeping us on track and keeping everything moving through uncertain times and great times. So I thank everybody in this room and the people working hard who aren't in this room, who may filter up and say hi later. This is an amazing organization to be a part of. And it's amazing work that's being done. And I feel proud every single day to represent this board and to represent this organization. And I'm always proud when we have the Conservation Ontario board meetings, because I'm always positive that I represent the best board. And I'm not shy about telling the rest of the executive board about that. So thank you, everybody. It is an absolute joy. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, if that's what you celebrate. And have an absolutely amazing holiday break. And we will see you all back in 2024. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.